Welcome to the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast for all decision makers and action takers. Take it away, Esther.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast. Today we're talking winning strategy. What is it and how do you achieve it? So, winning strategies, we're talking marketing strategies. Obviously, there are strategies for everything in life to succeed in life. But as this is the Monday Morning Marketing Podcast, we're talking marketing strategies. Take it away, Melanie. You knew that was coming.
Yes,
you
I
knew
did.
That was coming.
Okay, well, your strategy always starts with where you're at and where you're hoping to go, the goals and objectives, but also understanding where you're starting from as well. So if you're a completely brand new startup or it's a completely first brand new campaign, even if you're 5 years in business, you have to assess your situation and see where you're actually starting from and where you hope to actually get to.
Yes. Yeah, so if you don't know where you're going, and there's a song running through my head right now, but I won't sing it. Then how do you know? How are you going to know how to get there? So if you don't know if your objective for the next quarter is sales, or whether it's just getting eyes on your brand, or whether it's awareness, brand losing all my words today. Not enough coffee. Well, tea in my case. But if you don't know what it is that you're hoping to get, whether it's leads or, just sales without having to get people's email addresses and everything like that, then you're not going to know where you're going to start. And if you don't know where to start, then you're not going to know if you've reached your goal. So, yes, definitely assess, like Melanie says, where you're starting from and take it from there. There is no better place to start. Then I would define your vision and mission.
Which would be part of your goals and objectives, because you can't really have goals and objectives without a vision statement. Would you agree?
No, absolutely. And a lot of companies have a vision statement from the day and hour that they are born, conceived, the ideas in their head.
Conceptualized, maybe.
Yeah. It's one of those Mondays where the words just aren't coming, or they're coming wrong. But your vision and mission, just like other parts of your business, they can change along the path. So, Melanie, you've been in business at the time of recording, I want to say 13 years?
Nearly 12.
Nearly, okay. And we've been in business 10. And the podcast has been around for over 5. So, have you changed your vision or mission statement in those 12 years?
I've had 3 changes. The most recent change was January 24.
Oh, there you go. Same with us. We've had changes in our vision and mission. Our overall objective has stayed the same.
Same here.
But in order to get there, it has changed. But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like your goals should always be moving and adjusting with what you're doing and what you're working on at the time, and whether you hire new people in or keep going as a solopreneur, all of that will affect your overall objectives, vision, and mission statements. So
what's next is understanding how you're going to measure, so using the KPIs, the key performance indicators, and depending on what your goals and objectives are and what matters to you. It could be video views, it could be sign-ups, it could be ticket sales, it could be, phone calls. You can measure phone calls as well. So there's all sorts of different things that you can measure. So it's understanding which key performance indicators matter to you, your shareholders, your stockholders, and that then has to become cemented into something you do either weekly, monthly, quarterly, so on and so forth.
Yeah, and it's where the SMART goals come in again.
Yes.
So make sure that they are strategic, that they are timely, that they are attainable, that they are. And this is where I start to wonder if I can smell smart. Spell smart. Smell? Somebody pass the coffee and just put it in a
You're on
drip.
fire today.
I really am. I apologize. I apologize. Again, honestly, not enough caffeine.
Ah,
Um, where to get to my
specific,
smart goals?
meadon't
Yes,
achievable, relevant, and timely.
relevant and timely. There we go. You see, I couldn't spell smart at all. I don't know what I
God
was
help us.
spelling. but, at least I've made you laugh this Monday morning. Uh, but having the smart goals gives you a structure, because a lot of people will say, "Oh, I want 100 phone calls." Okay, in what length of time? In a day, a week, a month, a year, 10 years? 100 phone calls is achievable in any time frame that you set your mind to, but make it one that is you know that will work for you and that you're not going to be killing yourself trying to get. Same with email signups. I mean, people go, I want 10,000 people on my email list. What for? What are you going
Yeah.
to do with them when you get them? I have people constantly saying, oh, I've only got 30 people on my email list. So send them an email. You have to start somewhere. You can't wait until you get 100 or 1,000
And
in
let's
order to do
face
it.
it, yeah, those 30 people don't know that you've only got 30 people.
Exactly.
They don't
Exactly.
have a clue.
No. And you should be marketing to them just the same way as you would to 10,000.
Yeah,
So,
agreed.
you've still got a message to get out, you've still got sales to make, you've still got information to deliver. It is important that you treat them with the respect that they have given you their email address, and use that accordingly so as to keep them in the loop with everything that you're doing.
So now you've done that, you now need to see, does it need any tweaking? Does it need any updating? Maybe you need to look at alternative measurements, or maybe the way you're measuring, maybe you're using native analytics or you're using a third party tool. Maybe it's not maybe it's not demonstrating the KPIs in the way that you want to use them. So maybe they'll need tweaking, or even replacing, going over to a new package. Just because it worked previously doesn't mean it's going to be working going forward.
Exactly. Exactly. Times change. People move on.
Yeah,
Your audience will move to different platforms. And yes, even though you much prefer to use one platform, if you have to go where your audience is, that's
exactly.
just the way it works. So sorry. I don't like doing videos, but here we are. Times have to change and we have to move with them. Otherwise, we get left behind and other people reap all the glory. So make sure that when you choose your strategy, whether that be a video strategy, an audio strategy, blogging, or a mixture of all of them, and the right channels to put them on, that you communicate your strategy. So that could be internally with your team if you have one, or put it on a post it note in front of you if you're a solopreneur so that you stick to the strategy. Because it's all well and good spending all this time making a strategy and coming up with a great plan of action, to then not implement it would be a tragedy. So
Agreed.
have it somewhere that you can see it visibly. And if you have a team, communicate it to them so they know what's going on and they can keep the business on track. Because if you've said you're sending out a video every Friday, or in our case, a podcast every Monday, you have to be held accountable to doing that. Okay. So the name of our podcast holds us accountable to sending out a podcast every Monday. If you are, have a Friday biz chat or something, then every Friday go on and have that chat with other businesses.
Although, if
If
you're
you
lucky and you've got a Twitter chat called USA Biz Party, it doesn't matter when it is.
know, but it has been established as a certain day and a certain time,
I know.
and people after a while will expect to see you on that channel at that time, because that's what you've programmed them to do. Is
Oh,
that's a
I
bad
know. But
choice of
I just
words?
think it's great that you've got this outlet that you could literally do any day.
I know, but yeah, it's Tuesdays at noon central for those that are interested. But yeah, when you have your strategy, having it written down and somewhere visible will hold you to it, or at least should hold you to it.
Well, yeah. And it's part of your media strategy, which again is a small segment of your whole overall strategy. And so, if you know that as part of your awareness funnels, you're going to be doing reels and YouTube shorts, part of your consideration funnel, you're going to be doing um, LinkedIn posts, and then part of your conversion funnel is going to be emails. That's really important because then there's got to be consistency, and decision making shouldn't be made very quickly. You need to allow time for your audience to feel the role of the marketing arc, the whole funnel basically. So you
Yeah.
need to give them at least a quarter if you can afford to do two. So you've got half a year, and that gives you a really good start of, is this going to be working or not? You know.
Yes. Yeah. And when you do put it into action, because I know a lot of people who have a fabulous strategy sitting on the shelves, but they fail to implement it. So
Yeah,
you must implement your winning strategy and monitor it.
yeah.
Is
So
it working? Is it
yeah.
not working? What's working best? What's working worst? What is hitting all the right notes and what is just plummeting and bombing? Monitor and do more of what's working, because in 3 months' time, that might not work either.
Mm. And remember that you've got to think external and external issues. There may be maybe a new platform's coming out and that's impacting what's going on your current platforms. So that's an external issue. An internal issue could be that the person that was previously managing this element for you has gone on leave or left. So you got there's all sorts of things that you need to think about whilst you're implementing and monitoring.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You
that's
also need to,
part and parcel, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. And you also need to, monitor the time of year that it's going out.
Yeah.
We have a friend who recently launched a product and forgot it was Easter holidays. And her main audience is mothers with children.
Yeah.
So they weren't online a lot during the Easter holidays. They were rather busy with their children. Didn't feel, but she learned a lesson
Yes.
to look at the calendar because it can be very easy for businesses to just assume that everyone's always going to be online and just assume that people are going to be in the country. Like, I know for our business, July is a completely dead month. Nobody seems to answer even emails or anything. So that's the best time for us to take a holiday.
Mm.
So, you know, there's no point in me sending out sales emails or posts on social media going, contact us during the month of July, because one, they're not going to, and two, there's going to be nobody there to answer them anyway.
Well, that helps.
So
Yeah.
it is one of those things that, again, this could be different in your culture, in your industry. We were just talking about before coming on about the wedding industry.
Mm.
June, July, August are probably the busiest months for
Bonkers.
weddings,
Mm.
especially in Ireland and the UK, because it's when we're supposed to get the best weather. Um, but that could be different in your country. So wherever you're listening to us from, make sure that your strategies are culturally aware as
Mm.
well. And we did a podcast about cultural differences a few months ago, I want to say. Maybe it was a year ago at this point.
Yeah, it
But go
feels like
check
a
it out.
year.
Go check it out because we've talked about lots of stuff. Um, but yeah, you should definitely monitor your strategy. And if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world.
No.
Modify it, tweak it, try again.
Well, we hope we've given you a good starting point today. Obviously, we can't go into massive detail in 15 minutes or less. If you want to ask us any questions directly, though, you're welcome to contact myself at Stomp Social Media Training, stomp.ie, or you can speak to Esther at ipagroup.co. And we help with marketing and email marketing for Esther, do social media training and social media management. So don't forget that we're not just podcast hosts, we have our own businesses as well that we can help you directly with. Well, that's all the time we have for now, but we'll be back next week with another podcast. Bye for now.
Bye bye.